Hey everyone, Aaron here from Ultra RC Hobbies. We have the brand new Team Associated B7D two-wheel drive dirt car from Team Associated here. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about all the cool new features that Associated has packed into this all-new platform that they released for you two-wheel drive buggy drivers out there. Before we get into that, we're on the road to 2,000 subs on our YouTube channel here. So thank you everyone so much that's already subscribed. But if you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed yet, click that subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss any notifications on our next video. We'll be doing a little giveaway at 2,000 subs as well. So don't forget to miss out on that. So now let's just get right into this new B7. So Team Associated revamped this whole lineup. This is not just another adaptation to the B6 platform. They did quite a bit of updates. So now with the new car, you're getting a brand new chassis, a new battery hold down design, aluminum from bulkhead. You're getting a new KPI, so kingpin inclination. You can actually adjust that a whole bunch. So there's a whole bunch of geometry, a 3.5mm turnbuckle, so same as the B74. And now you're also getting adjustability at the hub carrier for doing roll centers. So before I bore everyone to death, let's just get into it. We can talk about some of the other updates that Team Associated's packed into this new B7 platform. So break the seals. So with this, like I said, everything now is going to be 3.5mm turnbuckles. You're also getting the heavy duty plastics like we've seen on all the other cars, but we're all going to be with the big turnbuckle ends now. The new battery hold down plate, I already chatted about this, but this is something that many manufacturers have already been doing, say like Team X-Ray and a couple others, and now it's just a little swivel post. So the nice part is you can actually have your battery float a little bit in the chassis and not tighten it down and have weird load on that battery hold down. It's also really, really nice. They give you two post heights, so you can have a really, really thin LCG battery because you can flip these upside down, or you can have a really, really tall shorty pack battery and use the other mount. Plus it's really nice because you can shift the battery forward and backwards. Really, really easy for changing your weight bias. We got some new inserts and rear arms. So they are still using the aluminum C and D block like we're normally used to. And they have the gray inserts, which did kind of look for a higher durability in comparison to the old white ones. So now this is the new 5-gear transmission. So this is something a little bit different. We've played around with the 4-gear and the 5-gear in the past. And the 5-gear always seems to take a little bit of torque away from the car, makes it way more drivable, way more grip is what it feels like. So this is an awesome upgrade. It also does shift the motor a little bit farther forward and it changes the weight bias a little bit. This will still have your slipper clutch, and this is still going to be a dirt car, so this is going to come with a ball diff. If you want the carpet car, you are going to get a gear diff. And then we have the new roll center and sway bar mount front bulkhead. So this is brand spanking new. You're still going to get the same bearings, so these bearings are going to have one steel side, and on the flip side you are getting a rubber side. So you can quickly and easily oil those, grease them, do whatever you want. I mean, if you're going to be running indoors on a dirt clay surface or a carpet surface, running those clean with oil, definitely going to be the route to go. They do include plastic bell cranks for the steering and Ackerman plate, as they do with all their other cars. So next up on the list is the new caster blocks and the new steering knuckles. They do include two different steering knuckles. So you get a KPI inclination of 3, or you get the other option, which is KPI 2. So you get a couple different options in there. And then those are going to be your steering plates and your ball stud plates for doing your roll center adjustment at the hub. They are going to be carbon fiber, so nice and lightweight. Aluminum axles going through like we're normally used to. And you are going to be getting some ball studs and hardware in that pack. So nothing too out of the ordinary. Carbon fiber shock towers front and rear like we've always seen before. So now a new thing that changes for this year's car. They do include some weight plates. So if you want to kind of start playing around with where you place your weight or how you balance your car out with these weight plates that screw into the chassis, they do give you those now as well. Like I said, you do get that aluminum front bulkhead, which is a nice update because that was about a $30 touch before, and there was always the option to go brass as well. They only give you the aluminum one, no brass. So if you want to go to brass, that's definitely going to be something that you will have to purchase separate. Front carbon fiber shock tower, like we talked about. New side plates for the adjustable battery section forward and backwards, and you can see the multiple holes in that battery plate, so you can move that battery plate one hole forward, backwards, and really shift your weight balance that way. We get some new long suspension arms now, so they go a narrow pivot, wide arm setup on the new P7. You are getting plastic servo horns and some spacers, so we always recommend looking at maybe an update for those plastic servo horns. Next up, we get the new high roll center rear hub carriers, and you're also getting the 69mm HD dog bones, universals. So a little bit different that way. Aluminum hexes, aluminum ball stud plates for the hub carriers like we've seen in the past. Nothing's really changed too much there. And then talking about ball diff, this is the new ball diff. It's not really new, they've had this design forever. Still the updated thrust style cage. Or cage thrust bearing, sorry, for the diff. Still your standard T-nut with all the yellowish gray plastic and plates and balls, nothing crazy in there. Like I said, the dirt car does come with a ball diff. If you want a gear diff, you have to buy it separate or buy the carpet car. Next thing up, we have the 13mm shocks. So now we have white springs in the rear and white springs in the front for kit setup. You are getting Delrin machined shock pistons, which is really, really nice. You do get the factory team X-rings and just the black plastic guide. So if you wanted to update that to say the Delrin ones for a little bit less stiction, you can totally do that. They are gonna come with the tie-and-eye coated shafts. Never a bad idea to look at the chrome just as durability option, especially if you want that freest shock you can possibly get. You can polish the chrome ones a lot easier than you can polish the tie-and-eye ones, because once you lose that coating, you lose all the stiction properties that you're trying to save. And then you're gonna have your aluminum spring retainers, bottom collars, plastic shock caps, plastic spring retainers like we're used to seeing. You are getting the ability now, just like all the other Team Associated cars, to have a couple different ball or spring cups, so you can go with 0, +2, or +5, and then you also have some rod ends that are shorter and longer than that as well. We also get a brand new sleek low pro body. The one thing I can tell from the picture and watching a lot of videos and seeing a lot of people build these cars is everything now from Team Associated a lot lower. They're going for that sleek, low profile design, getting as much weight packed as low as possible, and the body is another option to that. Definitely a very good looking body, a nice vein down the middle, and it does have a nice rake. Almost looks very Losi-esque, I will say. Losi always had a very specific looking body. We're also getting a new 7.5-inch wing. So this now has some vanes in it for structure and airflow. And it does have 2 lines to cut, so you can cut to a higher line or a lower line, depending on how much rear downforce you are looking for. And they are gonna be pre-dimpled for placing it square. Another thing you do get is going to be 2 front wings. So if you want to run a little bit more front downforce, if you are on a high-speed carpet track or dirt track, you have that ability. And then in the last kind of bag we got going on here, 30-weight shock oil front and back, obviously. You got the typical old black grease, and then in this container is going to be your clear ball diff grease. Next thing up is the brand spanking new chassis. So this, since we've built a couple of these cars, this looks very Losi-esque, very, very narrow up front, and really widens out where your battery would go. Very, very clean. Team Associated, always with the gold. This is where you would put that 11-gram steel plate in if you wanted to change your weight balance underneath your speed control and receiver. Servo goes up front, obviously, and then you have some channels for sensor wires and some foam strips so your battery doesn't get beat up. Really, really narrow tail and really, really narrow nose. That's the first thing that I see pretty quickly on that new chassis. And last but not least, we got your instruction manual, because obviously you'll need some guidance putting it together. You're gonna get some stickers, double-sided tape, the good 3M stuff, and you are gonna get Velcro to hang your body as well. So nothing too crazy. I'm really excited to see a whole bunch of these at the track. We've sold a couple already, and people are really geared up to put them together, have fun, And I can tell from the things that Team Associated did, they're really trying to push the envelope now in two-wheel drive buggy, making the cars have a little bit more adjustability, especially in that front end, and really get them to grip. So it's gonna be fun. I hope I get the build one here in the next little bit, but we'll see what happens. But if we do get the build one, I'll definitely have some build videos and a final review on how the build went. So thank you everyone so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. If you have any comments or questions, make sure to post them down below. We'll also have a link to our website where you can buy your own B7D and get you set up. So thanks so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.